My garbage person, or kind of people, I'll lead with one. We'll start with Sheriff Wayne Ivey for condemning violence by advocating enthusiastically, thirstily for violence. See, he did a press conference before the upcoming No Kings protests, which is being held by an organization that is explicitly anti-violence at its protests. Whatever. This is what he had to say about that.
If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at.
Okay, so we do a lot of comparisons back to earlier phases in time. Like, what would it be like if he's straight out of that period? Like, think about the speech that guy would be giving during the civil rights movement. It's that speech. It's that exact speech is the one that he would be giving, and he's doing it right now. That dude desperately hopes that not him, he's not gonna be out there. He's not gonna be chasing down anyone running away from him, but he's hoping that his officers get to brutalize people. He's hoping that they get to hospitalize people. He's hoping that a driver runs someone down. And let's be very clear about the little fig leaf, like they're pretending, oh, I'm talking about people who do bad things. It slips a bit when he's like, if you spit on a cop, we're gonna hospitalize you. That seems a little bit weird, but he's gonna be like, well, I'm saying you'll be run down, but only if you mob a car, stop them from leaving. That's not what they want to happen, and they know that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen, and has already happened in the areas where right-wingers have said, screw free speech, screw free association, your ability to protest. We're gonna make laws so you can run down protesters. What's gonna happen is people are gonna go there, right-wingers, to run people down. In the same way that in Texas, that dude grabbed a rifle after telling his friends, I wanna kill protesters. He went to the protest and then, oh, they're scaring me. They're around my car. I have to start shooting people, and that's what he did. And the right wing defended him, and that's what they'll do here. Someone is gonna go so they can murder a protester with their car, and this dude will be like, well, I said, if you protest, you could die. And this guy in a rational society and an advanced society, he would be taken out of his position right there. The idea that guy, you're gonna trust him to protect the people in his community when he is just desperate to brutalize those people. And it's not just him, that was actually spread by DeSantis War Room on Twitter. DeSantis too is saying that drivers can hit anti-ICE protesters with their cars. And again, they're not quite bold enough to be like, just go and kill them. They're like, well, if you like surround it or whatever, but they're clearly desperate that this happen. At the end of the day, again, all these guys want is money. That's what the big beautiful bill is about. And they need to distract people. And so what they deliver is culture war, identity politics, blood. That's all. That's the tools they have, okay? And they're really focused on the blood part recently. Brett, what do you think?
Very well said. He could easily have said, and if you're going down there to provoke the protesters, you're adding to things that are bad. Why don't you just outline all the things that people could do that are bad? Like if you go and do the stuff that John just said, you're gonna suffer consequences as well. We protect your right to protest, and those who do things outside of that, outside of that will suffer the consequences. But he never says any of that because they don't want that. It's very obvious. The way that you can hear him getting aroused by what he's saying,
totally,
because that's all that gets him off these days. Like that's what's troubling to me.
Yeah, totally gross. And again, you think that these guys were like, yeah, no, when they opened fire on January 6th and they killed that woman, totally justified. If you're going down the hallway, You're gonna end up hospitalized. You're gonna have to go collect your remains. If you try to bash a cop's skull in with a fire extinguisher, a Trump flagpole, you're gonna go to the hospital. You're gonna go to jail. No, all these guys are like, let them go. They're political prisoners. I mean, these are pathetic people. They're beneath our society. We need to get them out of positions of power.
Yep.
Anyway, that's unfortunately all the time we have for that. So let's jump to the hero. Community garbage person of the week before we talk about the hero. 58,000 of you voted this week, and it is very clear. Coming in at number 4 with 1% of the vote is Charlie Kirk for his race-baiting tweets about immigration. Charlie Kirk, nobody cares about you. Coming in number 3, 6% of the vote, ABC News for firing Terry Moran over the Stephen Miller tweet. The runner-up, 12% of the vote, goes to RFK Jr. for removing the entire vaccine committee. But no, by far, 80%, your community garbage person of the week, Donald Trump for sending the National Guard and the Marines to LA. Let's see which city he's the garbage person for when he sends them there next week. But for now, let's turn to the hero of the week. There are some good people out there. Coming in at number 4, by the way, 59,000 of you voted. 2% went to Simone Biles for calling out Riley Gaines over trans athletes. Number 3, 8% of the vote for Greta Thunberg for attempting to provide aid to Gaza. Your runner-up got 38% of the vote. That's Gavin Newsom for slamming Trump for escalating tensions in LA. I think that's the most votes Gavin Newsom's ever gotten on one of our polls. But your hero of the week, the citizens of LA for protesting against ICE, 51% of the vote. Thank you to everybody who voted.